For some reason, I'm having a really hard time making this one. I'm going to try it one more time. Over the past couple months, something's been going on. I've just noticed a marked decline in my experiences, my lucid dreams, astral projections, out-of-body experiences. And I'm just sort of deeply curious about what's going on. Right now, well, let me see, I've made some discovery over the past 8 weeks, and right now what I can see is that I really wasn't coming lucid less or projecting less, but rather somehow my capacity for bringing the awareness of the experiences I was having fully forward with me into the physical was somehow being affected. And, looking back out over the last couple months, especially last month, I can clearly see the December eclipses. And although I can see and sort of suspect that the energy of these eclipses may have been involved, with all of this happening, I see the energy of the eclipses, more importantly, having helped me go deeper, because if this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have attempted to learn how to deepen my ability, get more foundation set under this ability, to bring the full awareness of these events forward with me, fully forward, all the way through into the physical. The one thing that in my personal case I think I have discovered, and I share this information because I feel like it may help others beside myself, is the importance of B vitamins in this regard. The importance, the role that B vitamins seem to play in the ability to bring full awareness of inner projections, forward with us into our primary realities. For 2 years, I projected and came lucid and went out of body, and during the very brief shift from the inner realms back into the physical, brought everything back fully intact. Fully intact. It felt fully, absolutely, as though just a moment ago I was somewhere else entirely, doing whatever I happened to have been doing. And then over the last couple months, it grew to be more like just waking from a standard dream, where, once I was awakened back in my room, I might have no detail at all about where I just was and what was happening. No detail at all about what I was just dreaming about. But the awareness that I was just lucid somewhere, or was projecting or out of body, however you word this, was intact. And so I would lay there and attempt to connect inwardly and bring forward the details of what was happening, at which point, many of the details would come through. But that experience of having to bring forward the details after having, quote, lost them momentarily, is very different You know, from making that shift from the inner realms back to the physical with the entire awareness of what was just taking place fully intact. That, of course, again, feels like you were just somewhere else. As real as you're here now. So, there's a lot of different ways to get B vitamins, I know. But I also know that our food supply is, you know, being altered and changed and tampered with in ways that you know, it's hard to see through. The majority of processed packaged foods, these are just absolutely foods depleted of the majority of their nutrition and the chemical, or what do I want to say, synthesized vitamins that are re-added to it. A lot of times have ingredients that are GMO, absolutely non-organic, and also the body doesn't take synthetic vitamins in the same way that it takes them from actual raw live food sources. And so, a really long story short, what I discovered a couple weeks ago was raw milk. Over the years of projecting, and when the Kundalini activated, I was inclined to stop eating meat. Not for any reason in particular that I am aware of. I was just inclined to stop eating meat, and I did stop eating meat. Over the months, especially over the last 6 months, I could seriously tell that something was a bit off. My body was not getting something that it needed. I suspected that these were B vitamins. I suspected that in particular this was B12 and choline. But when part of your B vitamins are off, the entire complex is. And what I would like to suggest or put through to you in this video is that the entire complex of B vitamins, seems to be very key in the capacity to bring forward the full awareness of your inner realm projections forward with you into the physical reality, so that when you get here, the awareness of everything that just happened and everywhere you just were is fully intact. I've tried other sources for B vitamins and especially B12. They just didn't work. They just didn't work. When I discovered 2 weeks ago the raw milk and brought it home and drank it, I had an absolutely unmissable full body response. What my system was missing was absolutely in the raw milk. And I've been drinking it for a couple weeks now with fascinating results. Almost immediately, my capacity to bring forward the events once again was reinstated. I'm going to say not to the full degree yet that it was, but close and heading there. I've just been drinking the raw milk for 2 weeks now, but almost immediately I started remembering my projections and my lucid dreams again. So just sort of putting this out there, because I know that there are others of you as well who have seen some decreased activity in your inner realm experiences over the past couple months. And so, like with me, there may be determining factors with you as well that may go well beyond the energy of the eclipses in December, again, which I feel are just meant to help us look a little deeper into this, to see how we can reinforce ourselves. Not quite the right word, but you'll get my gist. we can't just stop where we are. We have to keep going. We have to keep honing our skills, so to speak. And I know that what seemed the diminished activity for me absolutely helped me hone in on what could be causing this and how I could overcome it and move through it so that I could continue enjoying the experiences that I've been experiencing, and of course go deeper and deeper into them.